Hello, everybody, and welcome to another video. Today, I will be talking about one of the easier subjects that I've ever had to, partially because it's somebody I'm very passionate about, and that's the GOAT himself, Tom Brady. Um, we're just going to be going over a few things today, some crazy stats about his career, um, looking at some his best seasons, what stuck out about them specifically, um, and yeah. So I think the probably Tom's best season of his career was 2007. That's whenever the Patriots got Randy Moss. Um, and they went 16-0 in the regular season, went 18-0 up until the Super Bowl, and then they lost in the Super Bowl to the Giants in a close game. Now, even though this wasn't one of the now 7 teams that Tom has led to the Super Bowl, well, that Tom has won the Super Bowl with, um, you might think, oh, well, he won it so many other years, it would probably be another season. But statistically, this is easily his best season. 68.9 completion percentage, almost 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns. His almost 9% touchdown percentage is like unheard of. Just absolutely absurd. 8.3 yards per attempt, 300 yards a game, uh, 87 QBR a game, including fourth quarter comebacks with 4 game-winning drives to go with it. And he had an approximate value of 23, which was the highest of his career so far. Other seasons of note, I would say his 2010 season, where he also won MVP, um, is definitely of note. 7.3 touchdown percentage, 4,000 yards pretty much. The Patriots went 14-2, 9 yards in attempt, QB rating of over 100, QBR almost at 80, um, 3 game-winning drives. Like, he did a lot to drive the offense, ultimately, and his MVP award shows that. His currently his third MVP season. Well, his third MVP season um, came in 2017. That was whenever the Patriots went to the Super Bowl and came back against the Falcons. Um, he had 4,577 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, 5.5 TD percentage, 280 yards a game. Over 7 an attempt, 20 added value, which is the second highest of his career, 2 game-winning drives. The Patriots went 13-3 as well. And the last individual season we're going to look at is the season that is still currently going on. This year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom has thrown 21 touchdowns to 3 interceptions through 7 games. He's averaging 3 touchdowns a game. His TD percentage is 6.9. It's pretty nice. He's averaging 325 yards a game. That is high. That if he sustains that pace, that will be the highest of his career. Um, he totally could throw for 5,000, which is insane. Um, his yards per attempt is 8. So he's slinging it down the field. 108 QB rating, 69.5 QBR. So he still got it, and he's still slinging down in Tampa. 50 game winning drives, 41 comebacks in his career. Um, there's only one team in the NFL, apparently, that can say they have over a better than 500 record against Tom, and that's the Broncos at 9-8. Every other team in the league has lost to Tom more than they've won. And Tom Brady has never had even a 500 season in his career, compared to many other greats. Rodgers had one, Manning had two, Bradshaw two, Favre three, Montana three, Marino four, Elway four, Unitas five, Breeze eight. And yes, there's more factors than, well, Tom Brady plays for the Patriots, so they win. Obviously, team defense, O line, receiving definitely helps too. And that's kind of what I want to end on here, is a little bit of a definitely a topic of discussion. Like, I've heard this argument a lot of the time, about when every time like people mention Tom, they talk, well, he had so many weapons. He had Randy Moss, he had Wes Walker, he had Gronk, one of the best tight ends ever. Um, so clearly, it's all about. There's so many receivers that people bring up, um, and they try to dismiss it as like the receivers are doing all the work and Tom's just dumping it off. Um, so let's go to the final Super Bowl Tom Brady won with the Patriots. Um, so what this has, the Patriots won this game 13-3. It was a notoriously boring game. Edelman won Super Bowl MVP. Um, so you're like, oh, so Edelman won Super Bowl MVP. He was just carrying the Patriots offense. Um, so I'm going to tell you right now the receivers in this game. Um, so you have Julian Edelman, obviously. He had a great game 10 receptions, 147, 141 yards. Um, Rob Gronkowski, he had 6 receptions, 87 yards. Um, so Edelman and Gronk, they had most of the receiving work on the night, because if you look past them, it's pretty thin. Um, Rex Burkhead is actually the next leading receiver with 15 yards, followed by Cordero Patterson, who is a kick return specialist. Then you have James White, who had one reception. And then Hogan was targeted a couple times. Michelle was targeted a couple times. Neither of them could get it going. Um, so obviously, there was not Randy Moss on this team. Um, Julian Edelman and Gronk, they play great games, yes, but you can't. It's very very hard to say that this game was won because of Edelman or because of Gronk. No, it's because of the guy that's won 7 Super Bowls and led countless game-winning drives to win games in every round of the playoffs and every week of the year. Like, that's just what has happened. So anyway, that's all I have to say on the GOAT. Um, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video.